Hey, how's it going guys? Nate here, and today I want to have a discussion about how far back the Skyrim Remaster may have set the release of the Elder Scrolls 6, because many people have suggested that perhaps Bethesda shouldn't have even bothered with this remaster if it meant significantly delaying the release of the next Elder Scrolls game, and I'd like to talk about to the extent of which that may or may not be true. Skyrim Special Edition, the Remaster, is set to release this October, and while we don't really know for certain exactly how long it's been in production, what we do know is that the Bethesda team did port Skyrim to the Xbox One relatively soon after the console's release, so let's say maybe early 2014. Now, be aware, Todd Howard was quick to disclose that they only ported the game for testing purposes, so that the studio could kind of, I guess you can say, learn the ropes and kind of just get a grip on the Xbox One. And it wasn't expected to release to the public, nor did it boast any of the qualities of a remaster. But they finished the port in, let's say, early 2014. This would, in essence, provide Bethesda with a hypothetical window of about 2.5 years to design a Skyrim remaster between then and now. And it's extremely unlikely that Bethesda actually needed and used all of that time designing this remaster, and mind you, we're still discounting Fallout 4 and its DLC, which is only now just beginning to wrap up. But for the sake of argument, let's just assume for the past 2.5 years, Bethesda has been working on this remaster, pretending Fallout 4 just isn't even a thing. Let's pretend that didn't even happen. And even if that was the case, Bethesda's proven they can tackle more than just one major project at once. Not only that, but they don't need the entire studio committed to this Skyrim remaster. Essentially, all they are doing is giving Skyrim a fresh new coat of paint. So for the most part, the audio department and the writers team are free to be virtually detached from this project entirely, as the storylines are obviously already done, and the sound files and voice actor performances were already completed a half a decade ago. Now, I suppose it is still within reason that the audio team may briefly be called back in to rehash a certain sound effect, or perhaps generate some new ambient noise files, but nothing terribly distracting. And it likely hasn't even demanded the full attention of the visual department either, as basic concept art and basic models for literally every asset of the game have already been completed. So in the grand scheme of things, the only people that really had to put any significant amount of work on this title were probably just a small team of CGI and graphic designers for visual polish. So altogether, it doesn't really seem like this remaster is nearly as distracting for Bethesda as it may have initially appeared. Their audio department, writers, and even a pretty significant portion of their visuals team still will likely have their hands free to work on the next Elder Scrolls title or whatever projects Bethesda desires. And for whatever minor delay that this may inflict, perhaps it's for the best, you know? I kind of like the idea of giving this graphics department a bit of practice with the remaster, make it a learning experience, you know? So that way, whenever the visual department does go to work on the next Elder Scrolls title, TES 6 or whatever they want to do, if not already, they can bring whatever tricks they've learned with them and make it that much better looking of a game. So to answer my original question, how long has this Skyrim remaster set back the Elder Scrolls 6? Probably not very long, maybe a few months, sure, but Bethesda does like to release games toward the holiday season anyway, meaning, for example, they could have finished Fallout 4 in May 2015, but waited to release the game towards November of 2015 just for that extra holiday traffic, and in the meantime, perhaps they polished it or worked on a DLC and whatnot. So for instance, Bethesda may have been on track to finish the Elder Scrolls 6 in, say, May of 2018, and the remaster might have set them back a few months and they didn't finish till about August-ish, but they're still not going to release the game until October, November anyway. So we might not even notice a time impact by the remaster on the Elder Scrolls 6 at all. Now, I do understand that I've definitely been pro-remaster lately in some of my more recent vids, and perhaps that is a little bit of bias speaking, you know? But when you take the time to dissect this matter, it does appear that the Skyrim Special Edition won't be nearly as hindering to the launch of the next Elder Scrolls game as we may have initially believed. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. If there's a point you think I missed or discounted or whatnot, please leave a comment down below, like if you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Peace out, everybody.